Hi, welcome back to the channel. So today I have some Atticus news for you. I know it's been a little while since I've dipped into this platform on this channel, although I do use it pretty regularly when I'm not on camera. But I wanted to give you all a quick update because it has gone through a major change recently. And as of basically recently means, everybody got alerted today of the new change. And I wanted to share it with you guys if you're familiar with the program, and also show, and those of you who are not familiar with the program, more about it on the inside so that you can see whether or not this is a program you want to use. But the short of it is, for those who are unfamiliar with Atticus, it's an app that's designed for you to be, it's like a complete authorship platform where you can write your books, your novels, your nonfiction books, whatever it is you're doing, organize the chapters, you can manage your goals, do all that, but you also have the ability to export into what we call beautiful ebooks, or you can also export into PDF for paperback or hardcover. And it's a full-on basic suite of tools that allows you to stay in one ecosystem and create your best books that you can, and so you can sell them on Amazon and any other platform that you feel like shipping off to. And you can use this program on any of these operating systems, so Windows, Mac, Linux, Chromebook, you name it, it can work. Because it works out of your browser, preferably Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge, which is what I've got running now. And if you scroll on, you'll see that there is a comparison between Atticus and Vellum. And again, if you're not familiar with Vellum, it's a straight up formatting tool for ebooks. But the difference is Atticus does a couple more things, and it's about $100 cheaper. And you may also notice too that unlike a lot of the other writing tools that are out there, like Dabble and Living Writer, Noveler, and all those, there is a one-time cost. It's not monthly, it's not annual, it's forever one time. And you can do all the stuff that you want to do inside the platform from now until the internet stops working. And it's a really nice tool to have. And it's created by Dave Chesson, who is the owner of Kindlepreneur. It's actually his team, and if you're not sure, or if you're not familiar with Kindlepreneur, they're the ones that have put out the Publisher Rocket system, which allows you to analyze Amazon keywords to help you rank better when you put your books up there, and it gives you an idea how to handle your metadata. So, basically the Kindlepreneur team, they're valuable in the writing space, and the Atticus is one more of their tools, and you can see that I actually gave a blurb for this. So, but never mind, that's not important. But if you take a look here, you'll see that there's, a really healthy setup here with your table of contents. You got your previewer, all that stuff. But and you'll see that I've done a couple of videos on it back in I think 2021, back when there was a new to the public. I've actually been on the testing team since basically they started asking writers for feedback on what they should be doing with this. So I was one of the authors they were asking, which again, I always, to this day, feel honored that I was asked, because who am I? But anyway, they really worked hard to make this into like the best software that writers could use. And they're still catching up to a lot of the bigger platforms. It's not like they're perfect yet, but they've definitely been doing their hard work to get it up to speed. And what you see here is, again, it's a basic overview of what it looks like. But actually, this is what it used to look like. So the big news today, and everybody who's an owner of Atticus already got the email. So if you haven't seen your email and you own Atticus, go check it, because Monique, who's the software or product manager for Atticus, has already sent out the email about it. But yeah, there's a big a non-superficial update. This is an actual overhaul of the UI. And I want to show it to you guys if you haven't seen it already, because I think it's actually really done. All right, so now that we're on the inside, you can notice right away, if you're familiar with the previous version, that there's a major difference in the bookshelf view we have. You'll see that we actually have some sections now that are similar to any kind of online bookstore setup, where if you click any of the see-alls, you can then upload or you can check out all of your different books and your templates at once, or you can separate them out. So like if I click on see all here, this gives me everything at once, or I can narrow down my focus to just the books or just the master pages. And you'll see right away that master pages is now something I can access from the main homepage and not just from within the book. So like in the old version, if I wanted it to look at my stay in touch page, I would need to do it from within the book itself. But now I don't have to do that. Now I can validate what it says from the main homepage. And if I don't like what it says, I can just change it and apply to change. And that's really handy, I think. But yeah, if I need to go back to the home page, I just click on that and right back to the bookshelf view. And the other important update, besides the fact that all these new selections up here look a lot nicer and they're easier to spot, and it seems like they're going to be very clear on what they stand for and what you do with them. You'll see you also have a new tutorial access. So that's something I think the old version did not have. So if you're a new beginner to the program and you want to watch Monique tell you how to use the program, which I would recommend you do if you've never used Atticus. And by the way, you can do all that over on the Atticus YouTube page. You'll see that they've updated all of their tutorials since the update. If I go into the video section, you'll see I've already watched the new one, but they've got rid of all their old videos and now they're starting over with the new format. So they're really on top of it. So once you're done watching my video, go check out Atticus and watch Monique show you how to use the new system. She's obviously the product manager, so she knows what she's talking about. I highly recommend you do that, but not until after you watch mine. So let's come back to my Atticus page. Again, the home page is really straightforward, and I can see where they're gonna certainly make this useful. I don't know what other shelves they're going to create, if there's going to be a section for the box sets for collaborations, whatnot. But one thing they've iterated in the email that came out today was that the whole reason why they've done the user interface update is because it's going to be preparing us for the next major feature, which I think is a phase 3 feature. And if you're not familiar with the phases, this was sort of their model for releasing updates, was to do phase 1 was like your preliminary, get the thing finished and get it out to authors. And then phase 2 is going to be making more adjustments to the writing process. So I think 1 was the formatting phase, and then 2 was the writing phase. But 3 is where they start bringing in the more advanced stuff like collaboration. And so they're saying in the email that they can't really roll that out until they've done the user interface update. So I'm assuming that this page here is part of that. But yeah, it's a little cleaner than before, or at least it looks nicer. It gives you more space to work with. I am kind of fond of the old version, but then I've worked with it for the last 2 years. So I suppose I would be. I don't like change. So anything that makes a change or forces a change, I'm a little skeptical at first, but I get used to it. But certainly once you decide that you want to work on a book, then it's just a simple matter of, you can do the drop downs here, but it's a simple matter of clicking on the book itself. If you've already created it, or you saw your options, you can start over or from scratch if you want to. But you'll see that here in the main interface, they made the headers look nicer. This main feature here is still the same. Not really. I don't notice anything different other than what's down at the bottom. This is more of a brand blending than a. Again, I don't. Maybe the timer is new. I think the timer used to be part of the goal section. But anyway, speaking of goal section, you'll see that what they've done over here on the side is they've partitioned all of your special formatting features over here on the right side, so that you have a quicker, easier access to making changes to what your book looks like. So if you don't want to view these, let's say in Garamond, you'd rather do comic relief, like you can do that. And you would do it from this T here. If you want to do a find and replace quickly, you go into the search. And I don't know if that's new. I think that's always been there. But you can do it between the chapter and the book, which is nice. The goal section, they haven't really made any changes that I could see here, other than, again, it's just, quicker, easier access. But they do still have the difference between the book goal and the writing habit. The writing habit still looks broken to me, I think, because I definitely didn't write 11,000 words today, or 1,500. So I think there's still an issue with this not quite being accurate, but I'm sure they'll fix that in time. And then, of course, you have your smart quotes where if you want to fix all your quotes so that they're all consistent, you can do that. It's technically it's inconsistencies menu, but I'm not going to apply because I don't know what that'll do. But what I really like here is the new previewer. So in the old days, if you wanted to see a real-time picture of your ebook with your actual book, you'd have to go into the formatting page. But now you don't need to do that. Now you can click down here in the previewer, and it'll pull up your ebook straight up within the writing window. And so that's a really nice feature to have. And of course, the same selections are available if you need to make those. I do wonder if they've updated. I don't think they've updated the devices yet, but the fact that you don't need to go out of the writing section anymore to preview your book is a nice touch. But the rest is, again, it's a nicer looking version of what they used to have. It does appear that they've got pictures now. I'm guessing that's what that. No, I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure what these icons are for. Hopefully Monique makes that clear in her video. But a lot of the interface is still the same. Here you can do your begin-ons and merges and all of that. Of course, you have your typical front page matter, and then down here you got your usual extra stuff to decide what your back matter should be. And here, of course, is the master page section where you can pull in whatever pages you want from the master list and add it to your book. So if you need to do anything on the fly, it's easy to do that. You don't need to recreate all of your back matter for every book. It's readily available. Of course, you can see that I've got a few duplicates here. What I'd probably want to do is, now that I have the home page, I can go through and start deleting some of the extras so that I have a cleaner interface. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward there. I think it's good. Up here, you have your toolbar. Nothing really new up here. Again, this has been part of the design process for phase 2. One thing, though, they've added since my last video on it is they've added a few text boxes. So you have the call out and the text message box. The text message box is really cool because if you have two characters who are texting each other, and actually I'll go back to my home page real quick and I'm going to do one. We'll look at the newsletter. Actually, let's not go there. This is I don't want to give this away. These are the feature articles I used for my newsletter, and right now you're looking at the January previewer, and this education overload will be my February, March, and April. If you've not subscribed to my mailing list yet, you should, because then you get to read this article and this one and this one and this one. But we're not going to do that right now. We're going to look at the blog collection. And so you can see an article that I was kind of in the middle of writing for my website. Not finished yet. Not sure when I'll finish it because it's tied in directly with my January newsletter article, which will probably go on my website. But anyway, that's not really why you're here. You're here to see me, type and create. So I'll show you the text box, but before I do that, I want to actually show you the draft tool, because why buy a drafting tool if it's slow, right? Or if it doesn't work. And so what's nice about Atticus is they figured out how to make it run quickly. When I first got it, again, remember, I was on the testing team, so I saw the versions that weren't even, they were the mock-ups. It wasn't even the actual app yet. But when the app first came out, it was super buggy, and typing in it would kind of honestly sucked, because it would use the Google Eat mode, which was when you type a word, then Google decides, hey, I have an idea. Let me eat the word you just wrote, and then you can write it again, and then I'll let you go a few more words, and then I'll eat that one too, because I'm hungry on Google, and you have to just like it. But they've obviously, they've figured out how to make their engine robust enough where that doesn't happen anymore. So I can say, here is me typing badly but quickly, and you'll see that Google is no longer hungry, nor is Microsoft Edge, which makes more sense considering that's the browser I am typing in. Okay, now pretty cool, right? But what if I want to make that into a text box? So if I go up here into text message, click, now it looks like a text box. So if I in my ebook, and actually let's look down in the previewer. Yeah, see if I go to my ebook, you'll see that I already have a place for my text box, and I think you can select what type. Is that possible? Yes, it is. So actually, this is what I was looking for, was the instant messenger looking box. And if I want to do another one, can I go below? I can. So here, let's use this box too. And then again, if I do text message, and then same thing, you'll see that that's the follow-up. So, I mean, it's pretty sophisticated. And if I want a different type, of course, I can go. Actually, I would use Android since that's the one I use. So let's see that. Wait, that doesn't look like my Android. That looks like, I don't know what that is. It doesn't matter because I'm going to delete these because these are part of my article. But yeah, it's like, that's just one feature that I find is really pretty cool. If I want to, I don't know if I can go back. Yeah, I think that's the one thing is I think once you create it, you're kind of stuck with it. But if I go back over here to call out box, can I do that? I think, yeah, I have to unselect the text box first, and then I can go into call out. And now I have a call out box. So this is good if you have any kind of nonfiction work. And again, if you want to change how it looks, you just do all that through the gear. But I don't want any of that because, again, this is not part of my article. So I'm going to delete all of that, and it's going to be as if it never happened. But that's, again, just some of the things that have come into the platform since the last time I did a YouTube video on it. And again, if you guys like my YouTube videos on these kinds of products, sorry it's taking me so long to get the good ones out. But Atticus, I mean, again, they were updating really quickly for the first year, and then they kind of got into this cycle of having to update the UI features. So of course that would slow down ongoing progress, but you can see it's not superficial. It's all really good stuff. And I didn't even show you the formatting yet. So if I go over here into format, you'll see that they put all of their templates on one page now. So there's no more like pagination, no more having to cycle through to find your own. And if you want to create a new one, they made that simple too. You'll see that it all fits on one page now. And it's still the same features. But there are features that you can see. And what's really cool is you can now go through each one individually. So it's just the whole thing makes more sense. I'm not going to use it because I already have themes I like. But yeah, I don't know. To me, these are some really good features. And I doubt I covered everything. I didn't even go into like the title page and all that. And I would, again, encourage you guys, if you're a new user, or if you're an old user who just needs to get back in the engine, I do highly recommend you come to the Atticus YouTube page, check out Monique's videos. Like, she's the product manager. She knows what she's talking about. She's a good teacher of the tool. I mean, I learned stuff every time I watch one of her videos. I learned something new about Atticus that I wasn't really aware of before. But yeah, this is pretty much becoming my favorite writing program. I think it's finally surpassed Scrivener. In fact, I haven't used Scrivener in a while because I've been, as you can see, with this last few updates, I've decided that I'm pretty much happy with it enough to start writing even my blogs in here. And if you go look at Jason Hamilton's YouTube page, he's the Kindlepreneur. I guess you would call him the product reviewer. Then what is Monique? She's the Atticus person. I don't know their roles. I don't work for them. You have to ask them what they do for the company. But Jason Hamilton, he's another one who reviews a lot of the products for the website, and he's got a YouTube channel called The Nerdy Novelist. And one of his videos, you can see that he keeps all of his prompts in Atticus. So I mean, like, it's like they're using it, like they're using their own tool. So that, I think, speaks volumes. Like, a lot of companies that don't believe in their own tool, they would use other tools, but that's not the case here. They will use their own tool, and I mean, then they know what they're doing. So I'm moving more and more into Atticus. Again, it's a web-based, so I can use it on any computer that I have access to the internet. She says that you need to make sure you log out, though. Whenever you use it on a different computer, to make sure that it's syncing to the cloud. So that's something I have to also remember, because that's something I don't necessarily think about if I'm writing on a different computer. I just log out of habit because I don't want anyone to access my account while I'm not there. But it's one of those things where it's designed to be fully sufficient wherever you are, regardless of what computer you're on. Now, I will say I have not yet tested this new format on my Android, so I'm not sure if it's phone compatible yet. I know you can type on the phone, but last I used it, when we're talking like in the last month, maybe the last couple of months, it's still not very convenient to switch chapters on the phone. So I think that their mobile compatibility is still on the weak side. Not necessarily, it's not necessarily like out of reach, but I still would recommend you do this on desktop if you can, or laptop. But I'm sure they're going to be doing some more mobile friendliness in the near future. So I would not put this off just because it's not ready for mobile, unless you're only working on a mobile. Although I would say that if you're an author, why are you using only mobile? Like that's, you got all your distractions on the phone and it's a small window. And where's your keyboard? And if you have a keyboard, why do you need a phone? So I would question why you're doing it. But again, I'm not you. You have your work ethic. Do what you need to. But anyway, I like this program, and I think the new update is really effective. And I do hope that you guys check it out. And if not, that's fine. Do what you want. There are other apps out there. But this is my preferred app, and it's even more preferred now that this update is just better to use. It's a nicer platform, and it's really starting to feel good on the typing. And by the way, I got a new keyboard. I'll show you real quick. Not that this is relevant to anything, but if I go to my latest, not the second app. This is kind of a sidebar. And again, if you're still watching, thanks, because there's really no need to check this part out. But I'm kind of happy with this. I bought a new keyboard. So I go in my latest news, and my site's a little on the slow side sometimes. So do forgive me if it's not quick, but it's this thing here called the EULA F2888. Yeah, these are the keys, and it's mechanical, and this is what it looks like here. This is the keyboard I have permanently installed up here. This is what I'm actually using now while I do my video. And this is the one that I also have permanently fixed. This is my old Logitech. That's been there, I don't know, 2010 maybe I bought it. And this is my desk that I've had since I was in college. As you can see, it's seen better days. But anyway, I don't actually have all three keyboards on right now. So my new EULA, it's in the box. It's there for when I want to just sit down and type a novel and really, just enjoy it. But it's mechanical. It makes a lot of cool noise. It's a cool toy. I like it. But yeah, here's what it looks like up close. And moral of the story is I can't wait to use this. Well, with Atticus, I was going to do a really cool reveal and not end up on this page. My coordination is not always the best, as I'm sure you figured out. But yeah, it goes well. So anyway, that's Atticus, the update. And if you are a new user, check out Monique's videos. If you're an old user, just go play around with it, see what you can come up with, and maybe you'll have a really neat book out on Amazon soon. And then you'll be a step ahead of me, because all these books are still, with the exception of Computer Nerd, they're all still in progress. And I'm just really bad at keeping up with things. Well, except for Found in Truth, which I finished. Yeah. And if you're a subscriber to my email, you would have gotten a copy of this already. But you're watching this a little late there. And you should really get on it and get back into subscribing, which you can do on my website, which is here. See? You can subscribe right here. Anyway, that's all for today. And I hope you all have a good day. Don't forget to write some books and put them on Amazon and sell lots of copies. And please be successful. And you saw it here first or second or 10th. I don't know. I don't know what you do, because I don't know those kinds of things. But anyway, that's all for now. And I hope you enjoy your day. If you celebrate Valentine's Day, I hope you enjoy that as well. And if you don't celebrate Valentine's Day, then I hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. So take care, and then I'll see you for the next video, whatever that might be and whenever. Thanks again. Talk to you later. Bye.